Hey, what's happening? This is Khalid Glover, also known as ColecoVision, and I wanted to see if you have like maybe about 10 minutes. I just want to take you on a little bit of a tour and talk to you about a few things that people ask me about mixing. I want to cover, okay, we got the little Mixing Academy thing here, but I want to cover, do you know what makes a great mix? What are the different things that constitute a great mix? What makes one up? What are the elements that you should always have in there? So I thought this would be good. So if you can hang with me for about 10 minutes, let me discuss with you exactly what's going to happen when we do this webinar that I have coming up later on in the week. So anyway, let's get started, okay? What constitutes a great mix? Right here, there's all of these elements here. You may not be able to see it quite so clearly on the video camera, but don't worry about that. When we get to the webinar, we'll cover it, and you'll be able to see it right from the screen sharing on the webinar. But the things that constitute a great mix are a great arrangement, okay? Great arrangement. I can't tell you how many times, and let me just write some of these things down first of all. So one of the things that does it, a great arrangement, excuse my handwriting, a great arrangement. Okay, that's probably one of the number one things that really makes a huge difference in a mix. My job as an engineer is so much easier when I have a great arrangement and a great production. So one of the things that I tried to do as I went on my career is to learn about music. I started out as a musician anyway, so I already knew something about music, but I find that you have to continue your knowledge, and what has allowed me to actually be okay and hang in the doors and get into the studio with the elite musicians of the world and things like that was learning more about music. The engineering part is cool, but you also have to know a little bit about music to be able to hang with what they're doing and move and change with them rather than being lost with the terminology. So a great arrangement and knowing something about music is a big, huge thing. But that's not all. You know, many times an engineer will have to rearrange or kind of be the the ghost producer on a record, because we have to dig in and find out what's going on with the song, find out what to cut away and everything. We maybe just delivered a whole big blob and it's like, okay, make it sound like something. Many times that is taking apart the arrangement and the production and reshaping it, not losing the integrity of what was there, but we become like kind of like a ghostwriter does when they write. Many times an engineer will put that thing on like that. So that's an important thing. So I felt that really that needs to be known. On the webinar, we're going to talk about the little things that a lot of people don't realize, that when you're mixing too, you have to maintain interest in your mix. So mixing, and the engineer almost has to play the board, or in this case the computer. When you're working on Pro Tools, you have to learn how to move and work with the faders and everything. I want to talk with you about that, and we'll take and deconstruct a few things to see where and when you should do things like that. Maintaining the interest is what it's about, and that was my whole point on that, because when sections change over, when the song has a certain message that it's saying, you have to be very, very attentive to those things so that you can make them pop out and move, and people won't even know some of the little things that will be going on. But you know, maintaining that interest and excitement is an art and skill that a lot of people don't talk about. It's a very big part of engineering and producing.